Hey everyone, JCS StarCraft here, bringing you Game 5, the ace match of the Go4SC2 number 29 Weekly Cup Finals, this time between DIMAGA, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. DIMAGA is the blue Terran, and DeMusliM as the purple Zerg. So right now this is Game 5, both players up 2-2, and what happened was in the first two games, it was pretty standard. DeMusliM, the British player, top ranked from well, I just already said it. The player from UK, one of the stronger Terran players out there right now. DIMAGA, normally a very strong Zerg player, and they played normally for the first two games. I think in game, both of these of course climates. I think in game 2 there was some declaration of Imba from DIMAGA. So in game 3 they decided to swap races, and just to kind of test out the imbalance, prove who's the actual better StarCraft 2 player overall. It was a hilarious game. I don't think DeMusliM plays a lot of Zerg, if any. so it was kind of one-sided, unfortunately. In that particular game, DIMAGA just went M and pushed out when he had enough units. And in this game, it looks like he might be doing some sort of proxy racks. Reapers have been the theme of the series. This Overlord going to be coming in, and DeMusliM going to be seeing pretty much nothing at this point. So we'll see if DIMAGA will be going Reapers. DeMusliM getting that early gas, probably going to be going Speedlings this time. And although this is the final match, both of these competitors very friendly with each other. They've met up in several Go Cup finals, and they are both right now among the 16 players going to the IEM Season 5 Championship, one of the biggest StarCraft 2, or at least the biggest prize pool for StarCraft 2 since the launch. And DIMAGA, I think, actually qualified through winning a Go Cup. DeMusliM, meanwhile, was one of the 10 invitees going to that cup, and the cup will be starting on August 20th. Very excited to see what is going to happen there. And their first Reaper is coming out, is Nitro. Nitro not being researched from... Yes, Nitro is being researched by DIMAGA, so I think DIMAGA will finally feel retribution as a Zerg player to perform this, to use this tactic of the Speed Reaper on another Zerg opponent. Unfortunately, I just don't think DeMusliM is quite as fast a Zerg player, although at this point he is getting that Speedling upgrade, so maybe he got some tips in between the matches. And here comes that Reaper with the SCV throwing down a bunker in his base. Not looking good for DeMusliM. Has nothing. He has 3 Lings out right now. DIMAGA going to be opting to push in with that early Reaper. One of the new strategies from Terran players against Zerg. And the Queen is running off DeMusliM. Oh, it really wants to get out here and take care of this this SCV. DIMAGA kind of not paying a lot of attention there. Could have just pulled off that SCV and let this Reaper attack while this was occurring, so that he would at least have that command center. I wonder if he's sending another SCV. Another Reaper is coming down on the map. It would be cool if he sent another SCV to try to do something there, but it is currently supply blocked. So both players not incredibly familiar with each other's races. This now finally the Queen has to retreat. Super slow at first. One of the Reapers just kind of standing here. It's a kind of a weird game to broadcast, because it really feels like you're broadcasting almost like 2 gold players, just because of the inexperience with the race, but 2 gold players with massive APM, so both players able to micro and really push their units well, but just don't have a lot of experience playing these races right now. DIMAGA going to be doing harass that has been done to him so time and time again from other players, and right now going to be finally able to do that. Didn't really need to run all the way around here at this point, and it looks like the lair during that time, DeMusliM got the lair, is going to be throwing down a Spire, so going Ling and going to be trying to counter these Reapers. DIMAGA is a little bit slower right now, going for a Ghost Academy. Okay, so he's going for a Ghost Academy. Not entirely sure why. DeMusliM last game did not saturate very well. He's just kind of built up a whole bunch of Lings and forgot to saturate, was mostly focused on Ling production. This game looks like he's going to be doing a much better job right now, and the Reapers could have done a lot more damage from DIMAGA. One of the tips when you do go mass Reapers like that against Zerg is you really need to wall off, because even though you're able to run in and harass your Zerg opponent, if they just run out into your base, at this point, DIMAGA would be in a lot of trouble. So even if DeMusliM just sent, like, 8 of these Lings right now into the base of DeMusliM would be forced. I'm sorry, okay, I'm so unfamiliar with them playing as these races. DIMAGA at this point, if the Lings ran in, he would be forced to pull back and not be able to harass. But right now, I think DeMusliM, just assuming that his opponent really is walling off at this point. I don't know if wasn't able to scout all the way around. I think he pulled his Overlord out. Now, unfortunately, that hatchery was canceled in time, so DeMusliM with the minerals, but was not able to. And DIMAGA just getting surrounded right now. Not the best. Doesn't have that much experience with kiting the units. More used to kind of running and surrounding with his Zerglings, and now DeMusliM is going to be pushing out across the base, going to be seeing that his opponent has not walled off. Not the best. And what on earth? There's just a whole bunch of ghosts out right now. DIMAGA with a Ghost Reaper build. This is awesome. I don't know what he's going to do with these ghosts, but I want to see him probably just snipe away, or I'm not sure, but I want to see some mega sniping going on. That would be insanely sweet. Maybe trying to snipe away at the and here we go. DeMusliM does figure it out, and this is it going to go down before the surround is going to be coming down on these Reapers, and more racks is going down. Here come the ghosts showing their card, taking some shots at these units, and now the the ghosts are taking snipes at can you snipe in the air? I guess. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I guess so. They're going to be sniping away at the mutalisks too. So very interesting play from DIMAGA, opting for ghosts rather. And just look at that sniping going on. These mutalisks are going to fall pretty quickly. Oh, but the SCV is taken out before it can build that command center, and the ghosts just kind of trek across right now, taking their chance at sniping, flexing their ghostly powers. Look at that power stance right now from the ghost. I want to zoom in if I can. Okay, anyways, but back to the action going on. Lings and Mutalisks now. Looking at the income tab, DeMusliM is paying more attention to saturating both his bases, and at this point I think if he now sniping away at the Overlord, and it pops right away. DeMusliM going to be building a third hatchery in his base. It feels like he can't produce enough. Normally as a Terran unit you just kind of queue things up and you can just throw more down, but not he could just be throwing this down at an expansion and going for a 3 base right now. His opponent isn't pushing, and it looks like it seems like his opponent is contained in the base, although he does have a whole bunch of Reapers out on the field and can do damage that way. But now a Mutaling combination going to be pushing again. Those Mutalisks have healed not fully. Not a lot of Mutalisks right now, and his opponent could have at this point gone. Oh, but multiple Contaminates going down. That Overseer is able to run in, stop any sort of production right before the Marine can come out. Mutalisks are just eating it to the sniper fire and unable to push in as well. The Lings are just kind of waiting in tow. Looking at the army count, well, unfortunately, because that Overseer went down, it looks like DeMusliM is behind and supply blocked at this point. But now finally getting the Madvax for DiMaga. DiMaga does have a very strong anti-air with the Ghosts, and going to be trying to land, but not going to be able to with the Lings out. The Reapers and Marines should take care of that pretty well. Ghosts out there as well. Ghosts, I always forget. I mean, I don't see a lot of Ghost play against Zerg, but they are really strong against Zerglings. They do have a plus 10 damage to light units, so very interesting combination there. Is going to be DeMusliM now is going to be taking his third base, so now he has 4 hatcheries and 3 bases. Going to get the infestation pit, so the investors are coming up. Looking at the saturation right now, is still behind his opponent in terms of harvesters, 29 to 35. Given how few units really I think DeMusliM has been pushing out, he should be super saturated at both. So unfortunately, I think that's going to cause him to be a bit behind the entire game. and looking at the units, only has those 3 mutalisks and just 52 Zerglings. So whereas his opponent is getting a very diversified army with the medvacs, ghosts, reapers, and marines on the ground, this base is going to fall very quickly with so many reapers down. The reaper has a great bonus damage to buildings, and now a 58 lings against this army. I'm very curious to see that. I think these lings are just going to pop pretty quickly. There is even a marauder in there. Concussive shell isn't researched, but stim is researched right now, and it looks like everything's just kind of falling down for DeMusliM, as DIMAGA now pushing in with this ball of units, the bio ball with every single bio unit that the Terran can offer versus a massive army of lings. The lings going to be coming in for the surround, and coming around a ton of lings out on the field. Bad position for DIMAGA. Everything is just kind of, unfortunately, he got caught on both sides, and those lings just destroy everything out. There are units in the medvac. I think DIMAGA picked that up to kind of get out of there. Or I'm not sure if he... And here we go, trying to use a high ground, abuse it as much as he can. A ton of lings going to be running into the base of DIMAGA. Is he going to have a response for it, or is he just going to try to take out everything here? Saul says that his opponent has gone double hatch, and the lings are streaming in right now, so we're going to have action on both sides of the field. The double queens and the Zerglings now. And DIMAGA has built another... What is this? Was this going to be morphed into a planetary fortress? Or it's just like the building of hatcheries, but a ton of units right now, and Comet Shoot already researched, so these lings, unfortunately, not going to be doing enough. Would love to see DeMusliM get that Baneling's Nest. Got to get the Baneling's Nest. I mean, like, I'm sure as he's... There we go. Finally, he gets the Baneling's Nest, you know, because when your opponent goes big bio ball like this, Banelings just kind of destroy this whole strategy. A lot of medvacs right now, and I think DeMusliM has faced enough Zerg to realize, you know, if he ever goes MNMM, that those Banelings pop out pretty quickly. So not enough. Zergling's not going to be enough to hold off this army. Looking at the units right now, while DeMusliM is significantly behind, not used to playing this rate, was able to take out all the SCVs at that expansion, but now a big drop coming in from DIMAGA, and DeMuslim's going to be losing a ton of probes right now. These lings are not in a good position. They cannot get a surround, and they are just going to have a very, very tough time hitting these units. It's just going to be the outside, the shell, the bio ball. It's going to be doing a lot. This hive is going to drop very, very quickly when the units stim up. And unfortunately for DeMusliM, it's not looking very good right now. 111 over 51. The Baneling's Nest is up. There are a ton of Banelings right now coming out, but will they be able to do enough damage? Splashing and exploding, getting in there. Every unit on the ground is going down. And so finally DeMusliM with the proper counter to the MM and M. Now DIMAGA really has to try to micro well and keep them out of Baneling's territory. The hive did go down for DeMusliM, as well as I think the Spire went down as well, but now DIMAGA has to be pretty careful. Might need to switch out. Wow, I think there was only 1 or 2 Marauders there, so unnecessary Baneling explosions. DIMAGA doing a good job, just kind of dropping everything down. So there you have it. DiMaga wins. DeMusliM with the GG. DIMAGA takes Game 3, the ace match, and wins the Go4SC2 number 29. I think it's his 3rd Go4SC2 win, or possibly even more than that. But playing playing a race that he doesn't normally play against an opponent who they just kind of swap races. Very fun match from both players. And this has been a JCS StarCraft, and hope to see more of this kind of fun play intra-clan in the future. Fun play, and I'm out of words, and so I'm signing off.